What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup video. Today we are talking about the Carabao Cup third round, Tottenham's first entry in the Carabao Cup this year against Wolves at Molineux. The press conference has been done, and let's go through to the team news.
Yeah, so Lucas and Bergwijn continue to be out after their injuries in the Europa Conference League last week. They are doubts for Sunday as well. Bergwijn apparently sustaining a sprained foot and a knock on his ankle as well. So he's in a protective boot apparently, so he can continue his upper body work. But he is going to be out for the game on Wednesday. Lucas Moura as well, hoping he'll be back for Sunday, but also a major doubt. And Sessegnon obviously hasn't returned from injury yet. Everyone else, though, seems to be available.
All right, so getting back there.
Definitely.
But look, let's get into the predicted lineup. We're going for a 4-3-3 formation. In goal, we're looking at the return for Pierre, Luigi, Golini. A couple of errors last time out, so we're calling for a better performance from him.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity for him after Lloris has maybe, not a great game against Palace and against Chelsea. Obviously, we conceded another 3 goals, but good opportunity and a good test for Golini. Yeah, he did have a good game to be fair against Chelsea, but Golini's got a good opportunity to prove how good of a goalkeeper he is in a very tough game it's going to be.
Definitely. Right back, we're going to look at Jaffa Tanganga. Obviously was suspended for the Chelsea game, and he's had a brilliant season so far, so we're looking for Jaffa to come straight back in.
Yeah, I'm thinking Emerson will probably play on Sunday. Obviously there's Doherty, who could potentially play against his former club. If we play 3 at the back, I expect Doherty to play, but if we don't, which I don't think we will, I think Tanganga's the only one who's obviously struggled against Adama last time, but he can only just about keep pace, not even keep pace, but not lose too much pace against Traore. So we're going for Jaffa on right back.
The centre-back positions, the first person we're going to talk about is Davinson Sanchez. Obviously, he was part of that trio that went to South America and had to quarantine in Croatia for 10 days. He was on the bench for Chelsea, and I expect him to start this one.
Yeah, great stuff from Sanchez back in the team. He had a great start to the season before the international break, so I'm hoping he can continue that. And if he does continue his form, I'm sure he'll get into the team on Sunday as well.
Yeah. And alongside him, we're going to go for Joe Rhoden, actually. I think that every time Joe Rhoden's been called upon this season, he's done a good job. Quite unlucky to miss out from the Chelsea game, seeing as our first choice did come back. But I expect him to start this one, seeing it is as the Carabao Cup, and we want to probably save Dyer and Romero for that North London derby.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm looking forward again to see what Rhoden and Sanchez can do as a pairing. We're going to need all 4 of them this season. So yeah, as you say, Rhoden's been decent when called upon, despite Spurs having conceded quite a few goals. But I'm looking forward to him and Sanchez teaming up.
And then on the left-hand side of the defence, we're going to go for Ben Davies, with Reguilon probably being saved for the North London derby. Ben Davies, I mean, whenever he's called upon, he's always like a 5 or a 6 out of 10, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with Ben Davies.
I worry a bit about him. His lack of pace is starting to become a bit of a liability for Tottenham. But if he can have a solid game positionally and work with the back 4, hopefully he can not get exposed.
Yeah, so let me just run through that back line with you one more time. So that's Golini in goal, Tanganga right back, Davies left back, Rhoden and Sanchez as the centre-back pairing. In the midfield, the deepest lying midfielder, we're going to go for Ollie Skip. Obviously, he was on the bench for the Chelsea game, and we're going to call for him to come back on. It was a nice little cameo when he came on as well.
Yeah, and I think seeing as he's kind of fresh and hungry, I think he's got to be... he could even play 2 games in a week, I think, at this moment. He's got great fitness about him. He played 2 games pretty much every week last year with Norwich for an injury. So I don't think I have any worry about Skip coming in this one.
Definitely. Alongside him in midfield, the second of the 3 will be Dele Alli, who's really going to have to make that link to the attack alongside the other guy that we're going to say in a minute.
Yeah.
But Dele Alli, we need to see better performances from him.
Yeah, he was a bit anonymous on Sunday, but I'm expecting him to start ahead of Winks in this one, because I think we still, as much as he still struggles on the ball, Dele, I think he he still provides more than Harry Winks, I think, Dele Alli in the centre and off the ball as well. He definitely provides more than Winks. So I think Højbjerg gets a well-earned rest and Dele continues.
Yeah, and with the dogged work that those two put in, putting in Tanguy Ndombele in the third spot in midfield, it could give him a bit of license to roam. Tanguy Ndombele, maybe Dele Alli can sit back a bit along with Ollie Skip, put that really dogged display in, hard working for the team, and maybe it can kind of let Ndombele free a bit.
And with Ndombele, I think he just needs more games. He needs more games to get his fitness up, and the more games the better for him, especially seeing as he missed pre-season and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So that's why we're putting Ndombele in, and I think he could play maybe an hour and then maybe potentially start on Sunday.
All right, so the midfield three of Skip, Ali and Ndombele. Next up, we're going to look at Giovanni La Celso on the right-hand side of the attack. I mean, personally, I don't really like seeing him there, but our lack of options forces our hand, really.
Yep, not really too many other players we can put there. So I thought in the first half against Chelsea, he did not without really looking threatening. He did some good stuff, but then it kind of faded quite badly. And again, another player who needs game time. So I think that's why we're putting Lo Celso in.
And then up top, we're going to look at Harry Kane. Hasn't started the season particularly well, or hasn't well at all, to be honest. And we really need him to start turning a corner with the North London derby coming up.
And hopefully this could be the first part of it. We're thinking that hopefully only start one of Kane or Son, and then bring the other one on if need be. And we're going to start with Kane because Son has only just come back from injury, and we're going to need him fresh for Sunday. So Kane starts, and as you say, he needs that morale-boosting game that maybe can turn his fortunes. But I hope he can turn it around. Yeah, and Arsenal, usually it's his fixture, especially at home, but hasn't really turned up at the Emirates last couple of times.
Yeah, he probably gets his standard penalty every year.
Exactly.
On the left-hand side, we're going to go for Bryan Gil. Hasn't really hit those heights since the Passos second leg. I mean, he hasn't had that many minutes, but when he has come on the pitch, he hasn't showed that quality on the ball that he showed in that second leg.
Yeah, I mean, there were times against Rennes as well where he was good. So maybe he could show a bit in this game. It'll be interesting to see if he does get a start, because he hasn't started him in a Prem game yet or against Premier League opposition. So it'll be interesting to see how he tests himself in this kind of game. Definitely looked lost in that last half an hour against Chelsea, but another good opportunity to prove his worth.
Definitely. So let's run through that lineup with you for the last time, and that's Golini in goal, Tanganga right back, Davis left back, Rhoden and Sanchez make up the defensive pairing, with Skip, Ali and Ndombele and making up the middle three, with Gil on the left, Lo Celso on the right, and Harry Kane up top. If this is the lineup, what is your prediction?
1-1.
1-1.
Go to penalties.
Who's going to take it?
Golini will take it for us.
Golini will take it for us. Score the winner?
No, he's going to save. He's going to save 2 penalties.
Interesting. I'm going to go for 1-0 Spurs. I think with that defence, I think we can stifle them. They are having problems scoring. They haven't scored a home goal.
Defence is what I'm worried about.
I think, look, with Sanchez and Rhoden, Sanchez had a good season so far. Rhoden's been good so far. So I think it could be a good centre-back pairing with Tanganga on the right helping out as well, making a back three as well. I think it could be quite strong, that defence. I don't see a problem with Skip protecting them as well.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think Davis is a big liability.
Davis is the one, yeah. Davis is the one where you earmark as the liability there. But, if he just concentrates on his defending, hopefully we can find some joy. But you would say Adama might look at Davis, and Bruno Lager might look at Davis and stick just Adama on that
just
side.
Go for it, just again and again and again. Keep going at him.
Yeah, that's the only worry for me. But I think that Wolves are struggling to score goals. Even when they're on top of teams, they're struggling to score goals. Like I said, they haven't scored at the Molineux yet. So there's a chance for us in this game. Obviously, when we played them a few games ago, we won 1-0, but they really did get the better of us that day. So we got to put in a much better performance than we did at the last game. But I'm still hopeful that we can get a result in this one. So I'm going 1-0 Spurs. But yeah, I want to know your score predictions in the comment section below. I want to know your predicted lineups in the comment section below. Me and my brother will be making our way to Molineux tomorrow night. So on the watch long, you've got Brian Daigle and John Cooper as well. So look forward to that. And you've also got the press conference. If it's not with you already, the press conference will be coming, and also our FIFA reaction video as well. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you everyone for watching. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.